Hi everyone, Schoolhouse Intuitive. Thank you so much for being here. Let's go ahead and get into your reading for the week. This is for the Libra collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node, any placement of Libra. Let's get you some cards. What do we have for you? It's for the week of July 14th to the 20th, 2025. And you could find the messages resonate for a little longer than that, but that's the intention around that week. Let's see. First card out, you have a new opportunity will lead you to greatness. New opportunity leading to greatness. And you have, bottom of the deck, a magical journey is about to begin. Prepare yourself. And I'm hearing something about laying the foundation. So perhaps you are laying the foundation for something new. You have embrace calm and clarity. Let your intuition guide you. And there's something here too, I'm hearing clairaudiently as I do channel throughout the reading, about not needing to get something perfect, but just needing to go ahead and get it done or get it started. So there is something there with that. And then you have the moon's phases align with your desires. Make a wish. Awesome. We did just have that powerful full moon in Capricorn. We'll have a new moon on the 24th, and that'll be in the sign of Leo. And I feel that could be a very intense time period. That's just what I've been channeling for a while now. Let's see what we have. Pardon me. We have the Doodle Tarot. It's by M.K. Holloway. The Doodle Tarot by M.K. Holloway. I found it on Etsy. And let's see what we have. I just was very drawn to it. I've had it a while, but I don't think I've really used it at all on the channel. So, Page of Cups. So this, as you can see by the card, this is why they call it the Doodle Tarot. Isn't it adorable? It's this, and they have keywords here for upright and reversed, but this could be some sort of, yes, happy news. It's often tied to your creativity. It could be that too, you're getting some sort of, proposal in some way, like new love, or you're feeling, maybe you have a change of feelings about something. Maybe you're getting some news, but you could be feeling sensitive. It can also be some sort of, just like a very playful energy. You can see the dolphin in the background. Maybe you're feeling a little more carefree about something, but it's falling under a new opportunity leading you to greatness. So like, what do you want in that cup? I kind of, we have to think about, when we get the pages, we want to also think about the aces in that suit. Like this could be the beginning of you sort of on your way to that Ace of Cups. Let's see what we have for you. You have the Five of Wands. So this is a, card maybe of conflict here. It can also be like learning to cooperate, learning to get something together. But you have, it says arguments, aggression, chaos, competition. Yeah, that can be, obviously that can be a big part of this card. But sometimes I look at it too as like kind of like not really a Three of Pentacles as far as teamwork, but there is this element of kind of getting things organized in order to have an approach like moving forward that involves more than one person. That's what I get from this right now. It doesn't have to be all like negative or anything like that. It can be like needing to kind of get things in, assign roles even, because it's like, as you can see, maybe they have the same goal, but they're really not working together. So sometimes it can be a goal of like training or learning to work together. Let's see what else we have for you. Four of Pentacles. And this is, hoarding possibly. So for feeling as though you want to save something, keep something to yourself. Maybe you're feeling you want to protect your heart in some way, or protect your finances, your investments. This is a possessive energy, greed, wanting control of something. Maybe feeling as though you need to really kind of be in control of your emotions, and even I'm getting how you present yourself. But it does say embrace calm and clarity. Let your intuition guide you on that initial fortune teller card. Next, you have two cards came out. Oh, yay. The Two of Pentacles, or Two of Cups and 10 of Pentacles. So this is harmony, soulmates, a partnership, some kind of union here with the Two of Cups. Definitely a healing energy, things feeling kind of aligned. It is falling under the moon's phases, aligning with your desires. So make a wish. So maybe your wish does have to do with healing or harmony or love in some way. The 10 of Pentacles, inheritance, wealth, fortune. That's something to do maybe with family traditions, or tens can be completion. So maybe you are wrapping up a project around the home, feeling really happy about that, feeling more maybe in control of things. And I come back to this Five of Wands. I've been getting for a while a lot of people, as part of even their healing process, reorganizing, decluttering, cleaning things out, clearing things out. And it is so that you can, maybe you're feeling this energy of sort of a little bit of like more hopefulness in some way, or at least I would hope that for you. And if you're not there yet, I hope you do get there. So there's this, again, some sort of possibly happy news coming in. This could be some sort of new start too. And yeah, things just feeling a bit more harmonious after what could have been a very difficult time. Energies have been rather challenging. Let's see what we have. I feel like that's life, though. It's like things are always feeling ebbs and flows, right? And you also have the Lovers card, and this is like I have to cover something up here. This is hilarious, but this is again alignment. So that Two of Cups is very similar to this Lovers card, where you have like the angelic support. It does have to do with unity, alignment. There's some happy energy coming in, Gemini energy coming in, could be relationships in some way. Bottom of the deck, you have the 10 of Cups. That is emotional fulfillment. Now you have your second 10, so maybe 10-10 resonates for you. That can be a sign that a new path is in fact awaiting for you. And it says right here, the one this is clarifying is, a magical journey is about to begin, so prepare yourself. So getting things in order, again, getting things kind of established. This can have to do with some sort of commitment, could be marriage, could be a family reunion, but there's something here happily, it's like it's happy, it's affecting your family, whatever family is for you. And you have the Queen of Swords. This is a very honest, intelligent, protective energy, also witty. They're the butterflies of transformation. It's as though you're knowing which direction to go. Maybe you have been kind of holding back and now you're putting yourself out there for something, or you're taking the lead, you're taking control. That is, in fact, air sign energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. And you have the Knight of Pentacles. So this is patient energy, very tentative, someone who's very, it could be a very protective energy. It is that stable, slow growth, and same with that 10 of Pentacles. It's kind of like once you're truly aligned in a partnership or a situation or whatever it is that or the right commitment, the right job, the right program, whatever it is your goal is. It's like once you're in the right place, it kind of doesn't matter how long it takes. It's not about time. It's about like just knowing that you're on the right path. So maybe some of you are getting to that place where you're feeling as though you are on the right path, the right track. You also have the Three of Pentacles. There is a card here. It's collaboration, creativity, apprenticeship. So teamwork is something that's coming in. Having to kind of even maybe pool your resources with something. I feel there's some sort of new opportunity, and it could involve you needing to get things organized again. That word organization keeps coming up. So it could be a week of organization in order to kind of go to that next level. You have the Wheel of Fortune. You have your third 10. So this is change, destiny. This is good luck too. It's a turning point. All right. After what could have been a period of chaos, even, things not really feeling right. And I just want to point out that is falling under the Fortune Teller Oracle card of magical journey about to begin. So there is something here about, yes, something is about to, this can be some sort of turning point energy. I have to say though, I think for some of you, first of all, I am getting a date of July 15th. So that could be very important. And then it is coming up this week. July 15th is Tuesday. Okay, this can actually have to do with some sort of money thing, as I am planning to do your career and money reading for the next month, for the month's time, on Tuesday. So that'll post then. So it's kind of like making me think you might be getting some sort of important news when it comes to your resources in general. It doesn't have to just be money, but your resources. It could be some sort of good news, good luck, feeling like things are shifting. You're going to, I think, I feel I'm getting an energy right now though, where like this reading might be a little ahead of the energy, because I feel as though this might not be the exact week that things totally like change and shift. But because I do feel like it's a slow process. It's like, especially when you have things like the 10 of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles. This isn't like overnight quick. And same with the Wheel of Fortune. It's like there's already been like a cycle maybe that has completed, and now you're moving forward. But it's also connected to the moon's phases. And what I'm feeling is I am kind of feeling eclipse energy. I'm kind of feeling as though, again, something like this, something needs to settle and clear out and then like resettle. It's just, that's the energy I'm getting. Things kind of have to be sort of structured and organized, and almost like sort of like a revamping. I do know we do have Mercury retrograde coming in this week. Now, they're not anything to fear. Some people think, oh, I shouldn't start anything new. I mean, maybe you don't want to. It's up to you. And I think it goes all the way to like August 12th, somewhere around there. But they happen all the time. Planets go in retrograde all the time. That shouldn't stop you if you're feeling that clarity finally, and you're feeling like, you do want to take some step forward. As long as, you're not being impulsive, which is not generally recommended anyway. We want to spend time making important decisions, but also at the same time, we don't want to like just be in this whole decision making, what do they call it, analysis paralysis. We don't want to be in that. And I feel like you could be coming out of that. But also, if you've had a disappointment in the past with something and you're wanting to start it again, I don't see anything wrong with if you feel it's right with doing that, despite Mercury retrograde. Okay, so don't let that stop you. There is something here about that I've been getting lately about not letting things like superstitions get in your way. Because deep down, we might be looking for reasons not to start. We might be afraid, and we kind of look for an external reason to justify not starting, to justify our anxiety. Without calling it anxiety, we're like, oh, well, I shouldn't because, well, Mercury is in retrograde, or, well, I'm having company that week, or, there's like always all these reasons or excuses why we shouldn't do something, or why, a lot of it does have to do with like this fear of change. Okay, so, and also maybe fear of like putting yourself out there, or putting a product out there. So I am getting just so much information there. All right, let's see what else we have. This next message could have to do with if you're seeking employment. Okay, clairaudiently, I heard that question come in just now. So let's see what this card is. The Three of Wands. Okay, so this is opportunity and success. This is your ships coming in. Okay, there's like also having foresight. This could be a card where maybe you need to travel for work, or maybe you need to kind of put yourself out there in a new way that's different than what you normally would. All right. And it's like, let your intuition guide you. That is the card that we're clarifying here, that embrace calm and clarity and letting your intuition guide you. This is a very adventurous energy too. It's like, allow yourself to explore before you commit to that thing, that relationship, that person, that job, that situation. You also have the Page of Swords. So another messenger card coming in here. This is, it could also be an energy, like a younger energy, someone who's very energetic and talkative. This is about using your head, but you also have it, if your first card out is like about kind of using your creativity and your intuition and your heart with that Page of Cups. So there's a nice balance here this week. You do have a couple of cards to me. They do symbolize balance, and that would be the Lover's card and the Two of Cups. They are kind of, again, like things kind of aligning. You have duality in both, partnership possibly. So things kind of reaching a harmonious phase with the duality. Yeah. So what else you have? Oh, you have the Moon. Nice. So one thing too that's been coming in, and it seems early for this, but since June, I have been getting like, watch out for this eclipse season coming in September. We're going to have a lunar eclipse, and then we're going to have a partial solar eclipse. And I believe the first is it's like September 7th in Pisces. And then we have, I think the second one is, it's in Virgo at the 29th degree, the anaretic degree, which could be a turning point energy. And you have cards of turning point. You have the major turning point card here of the Wheel of Fortune. So you could feel sort of turning point energy in connected between now and like things really kind of coming to like a big shit, a big shift happening in September around those eclipses. And let me just look at the next. So the other eclipse would be on September 21st. That would be the partial solar in Virgo. So yeah, there's just sort of this. It's on my radar already, these eclipses, and it could tie back to something having to do with like last set of eclipses in September. All right, so just think about like where you were last September. Now, I'm not an astrologer, but I do pay attention to things like eclipses and things changing signs, major planets, and things like that. So just something you may have even been thinking about since then, or like say you had a big revelation in September, and then you sort of like you had this, say you had a very intuitive download, and like it's just you've been seeing like indication of things. So there could then be a massive change stemming from that initial download in September, like this September. Okay, I hope that makes sense. It's sort of like maybe you've been in this sort of 1 year cycle of, or maybe you made a big purchase in September and it's been like, or made an agreement in September and it's like, this hasn't been like the greatest year as far as that. And then you make a big decision regarding this. Could have to do with business, could have to do with, again, with property, anything at all, actually. And you decide, it's just not working. And you decide this is when you're going to get out. So that's what I'm getting, just sort of this, it's a decision time or a big moment of clarity regarding something that started, maybe initiated. You felt the first parts of, or you signed out on dotted line or something in September. So yeah, something that maybe was started then, is the eclipses come in and there's just this big shift. So I'm interested to see what it's going to be all about. It's going to be different for each person, obviously, but this is the moon card, unconscious, intuition, illusions, deception. There could be a major truth coming out. It could be things you're getting an idea of who it's about or what it's about now. And by the time September comes, it's like, yep, I just heard that expression, nail in the coffin. So wow, okay. So that's could be like, it could be about a person in charge or something, because I do have a emperor here with authority. So yeah, maybe it's something to do with like someone in charge of your life, like not in charge of it. You're in charge of your life, but I mean, someone who has like a lot of control, you feel, in your life, like your boss or a husband or a wife or something, like whatever. Somebody like close to you. It could be even a parent, a father figure. That is here. So there's something here about structure, control. Your money could be involved. So this could have to do, again, with someone you live with or share resources with, like a spouse or a parent. You could be also, I am getting a little bit like maybe inheritance. There's also something here about people who make big decisions about the environment on a world stage too, even is coming in. I was hearing something about that intuitively, but there's something about, this is a big deal because we have two major arcana cards right on top of that Wheel of Fortune, also major arcana. And it's any sort of illusion or deception, especially if it has to do with authority figures, people in charge of anything really, on any level. It could really be coming to the forefront. And I'm not, again, this, for whatever reason, this reading's deciding to bring us to the eclipses too. So we'll see what we have. Things maybe build and build and build and then reach a turning point in September, perhaps. Four of Wands. Okay, so celebration, marriage, some sort of coming home. This is an achievement of some kind. It's an achievement. It's the 1111 card. I say we've been getting this in like every single reading lately. So there is something really big about timing and knowing you are divinely guided and following your intuition. It is crucial for you to be doing that at this time. This week is no exception. Where do you belong? Where do you feel you shine the most? That's what life's all about. Where do you feel you can be you the most and feel good about yourself and things just feel right? things don't have to always be a struggle. But this is also another card of union, of partnership. So there's something about maybe where your commitment lies. Temperance here, another card of balance, duality. This is like harmony again. So this Sag energy. So finding patience, meaning balance. This is a card of moderation, finding the middle path. Balance, self-control is going to be important this week too. Some of you are in fact healing from something. I hear a name like Kaylee. Okay, I do hear that name right now. And then something about maybe are you working with the Akashic records or something? I am hearing something about that, or a name like Kasha even. So there's something here coming in with that. I'm getting 4s, 5s. So we're it's like a step at a time when it comes to a certain change. Yeah, that's coming in right now. Let's see what else we have. Let's actually jump over to a few oracle cards. I do want to get you some oracle cards. This is a deck. I don't know the name of it. It doesn't have a name on the back of it. I've had it a long time. I used to use it quite a bit. It's by Maruk X. All right. And so we have what? Rebuilding. So this is reinventing, revising, and fixing. It says reevaluate your life and adjust to thrive in your new circumstances. Focus on what you can control. You may have more control than you realize, and you certainly have control when it comes to a lot of your choices. Okay. You also have crystal clear. So this is clarity, certainty, and truth. It's time to see your life and its limitless potential without seeing through rose-tinted glasses. Some of us are getting really real fast. Like we're finally like getting to a point where we're like, you know what? This is like, yeah, it's like getting out of that moon energy. There's no more confusion here about a certain situation. Okay, especially when you are tapping into your intuition here with this, like the temperance too, like standing in that pool here of, you could say it's collective consciousness, you could say it's your own intuitive abilities, but like things, I'm getting almost some of you being in this position where you're like putting your hands out, like kind of like, what do you want to show me, universe? Guide me. So maybe some of you are kind of like surrendering to the divine, and you're really like getting some really good answers. And I am getting for some of you earthing and grounding and things like that. Maybe you're actually literally standing outside sometimes and just planting your feet on the ground, or maybe in water even, and just like opening yourself up to, I'm actually getting teary because I feel as though some of you are going to be getting something that's going to, it almost releases this need for approval or something. And it's so freeing. It's so liberating. It's literally bringing me to tears as an empath right now. So, wow. That's awesome. That's great. I'm really psyched for you. Yeah, this is a great time for healing. Whew, wow. All right. Quite a release. And you have good choices. And this is, in alignment. There you go. In alignment. And you have, again, a big card of alignment for me is that Lover's card. That has to do with, you have that choice, and it says good choices, and they have in alignment. That's the Lover's card. That is exactly what Lover's card I have to cover that up. What that symbolizes for me as your tarot reader today. So yeah, that's if there's one card, yeah, I mean, and also it aligns with like where you're supposed to be headed with your true path, that wheel of fortune. Okay, your destiny, call it destiny, fate, whatever you want to call it. All right, let's see. I do want to get a Queen of the Sun oracle card. It's by Stacey DeMarco. And I am going to read from the book, okay, on this. I pre-chose the card by shuffling and not looking, but here it is. Because in the essence of time, I didn't want to have you spending time waiting for me to find the page. But you have, it says recovery. It's card 15. So the 15th or the 6th could resonate for you. Again, there's the 15th. So there could be something really important about the 15th, okay? So here we have recovery. Maybe you get some medical news. I don't know. But this is, I can and will recover. Oh, and look at this. I have a chill. My goodness. Look at how that's like with temperance. The person's in that water, and they're kind of opening up to the divine. And that is exactly what's happening in this recovery card. So I feel like that true recovery comes when you let go and let that light in, and just really let yourself shine, and connecting to all that that is, connecting to how you fit into life in general. And maybe that allows you, again, to kind of be free. And I'm getting this energy of like, I answer to no one but my higher self, or your higher, whoever your god or goddess is, Um, and so and I hope I say it correctly, but Amaterasu. Amaterasu. Here's the spelling on the card right there if you want to zoom in. Okay, so this is about we can recover from all kinds of trauma. So without building true self-esteem from the inside out, and without a true love of who we are, we may seem to always be limited in what we do. So this is about choosing ourselves first. Choose yourself first. What truly aligns with you, with your spirit, your soul? Okay, this is about the sun. This is the sun goddess of the Shinto faith. So her name means to shine in heaven. She's a beloved Japanese deity who lived in a peaceful life, very much in harmony with the workings of nature, shining brightly among her herd of horses and gardens full of silkworms for her weaving. Her sister Yuzume was joyous and loving. However, her brother Susanoo was much more disruptive. So in some versions of the story, the brother becomes jealous of the sister and unalives her horses and silkworms. And then when Amaterasu comes upon that, she is so grief-stricken that she retreats in a cave and doesn't want to ever come out. Maybe you've done this in your life. Something maybe wounded you so deeply you never wanted to come out. The number 44 could resonate, by the way. I'm getting that. So this could lead, then okay, her going into her cave and never wanting to come out left the earth with no life-giving sun. Okay, the earthly plane became a haven for evil spirits who thrived in darkness and just were able to freely terrorize everybody. I'm paraphrasing from the booklet. So then the other gods and humans waited outside this cave, and they tried everything to get her to come out, but she wouldn't. She was too devastated. She didn't want to show her face again. Okay, so as things became more desperate, the sister, Uzumi, had an idea, and she began to dance a dance. Okay, she lifted her skirts and she sang very comically, and this brought a huge, like, uproar of approval from the crowd. They were cheering her on, and they assembled outside of the cave, and that laughter was heard ringing all across the world. So then Amaterasu became curious, listening to all the happy cheers and all of that, and decided that she was going to take a little peep outside of her cave. And that's when her sister placed a mirror outside the cave. And that way, when the bright light of dawn, that was the energy of the sister of Amaterasu, hit the mirror, she became so bedazzled by her own light, her own reflection, and her sister, like happy and joyous, and all these people, that she decided she was going to come out of her cave. So then the world became much better. Everything became healed. There was more life. There was love and cheer. And and Amaterasu realized her own, like the value of her own light and how important it is to share that for herself and for others, like for everyone involved. It benefited everyone. So the sun mirror, the rising sun, is a key symbol of Japan. It's seen on the golden doors of Japanese parliament. It's a symbol of power, but it's also one of recovery and of rejuvenation. So this is just, I share this little story because I feel for a lot of you, and I've done readings on this recently, including like Libra, you're not a doormat, that reading, to show you, like, you have, about shining your light. And why are you hiding your magnificence, your radiance? Who does that benefit? I don't think it benefits anyone when we hide our light. And I myself I'm on a learning journey here. It's a spiritual journey. It's this thing we call life, right? And I'm constantly like trying to learn, as I'm sure you are, as a spiritual being, and evolve. And it's like I myself have hid my own light and my own truth and my own worth for a variety of reasons. And I don't even need to really know the reasons. I just know I need to be willing to continue to work on the areas that I need to that I know I need to change. Because you know how I know when I need to change? When I don't feel strong and I don't feel like I'm coming from a place of love. If I'm coming from a place of fear or anger or whatever, I know something's not aligned. It could be a relationship. It could be a job. It could be the style I have my living room as. Like it could just be like too dark and gloomy or too cluttered, or something needs to change. So maybe it is time to, in order for true recovery and in order for you to really shine and heal and grow and love life for the first time or once again, maybe we do need to kind of get ready to go outside of our comfort zone and share or give a little more. Do things that make us a little uncomfortable in a good way, because you know it might help somebody else, or it might help you feel more aligned with what you know you're here to do. Maybe it's help people, but it's like, oh, in order to do that, I need to get a particular certification, or I need to. That would mean that I have to be more social, you know. But so it's like it's embracing the difficult in order to have that full benefit of you living at your full potential. All right, shining that light as brightly as it possibly can be. And yeah, so that's what I'm getting for you with this. Okay. And by the way, I want to give a shout out to those of you who are using that Square app link that's in the comments. I always leave a comment with the link. Thank you so much for donating to that, because you do that, I was even able to get this Queen of the Sun Oracle by Stacey DeMarco that I've wanted for a while. And I've also been able to, because of your donations, get this Crystal Wisdoms Oracle card deck. So thank you to those of you, you know who you are, who've been donating. So thank you so very much. And I also was able to recently get a Fortune Teller Oracle card deck too. So it just, you know, whenever you make those donations, it feels good for me, honestly, to see that someone cares and enjoys me on my channel so much that, you know, you want to give back. I appreciate it so much. It really, it's like touches me, because I know, you know, we only have so much money in our lives. And so for you to even donate a little bit, it means a lot to me. And your kind comments. So thank you so much for all of that. And all of you who are members, thank you. And if you can't be a member, you're subscribing and you leave comments. I appreciate the positivity so much. I feel we're building a nice little community here. Hey, we're almost at 10,000. So hopefully we get to that. I don't know why, but 10 seems like a big number, right? And you have 10, 10, 10 in this reading, triple tens. So that's a big deal. So let's see, how can we stay high vibing this week? Okay, and yes, I do post my reading, or I create my readings about a week in advance. So if something major has happened, you know, in Japan or wherever, I haven't, you know, it's not in this reading because I'm actually recording this a week early. So, and I don't get into a ton of world events anyway, but I have actually had Japan on my radar for late July, actually, or something big for late July. And then I know that there was a prophet, a well-known prophet, Japanese prophet. I think she was Japanese, or is Japanese, I think. But anyway, she had made a prediction about July 5th. So I'm actually doing this reading on July 4th. So yeah, it's a week and a day early or so. All right. High vibe and high vibe and high vibe. And so I hope that all of you are safe and well, and prayers to, you know, really to the whole earth at this point. Earth is going through a change. Gaia is going through changes. And I feel, you know, obviously we are, because we are of the earth. So, all right. And you have what if statements. So change your limiting beliefs to what if statements. Your mind will become curious, which in turn will open you to new possibilities. What if I was appreciated? What if I was loved and adored? What if I felt fulfilled? What if I knew my life's purpose? What if I had enough energy and courage to live out my dreams? What if? Maybe you think about what that would look like for you. How would you feel? Allow yourself to go there, visualize, you know, internalize it. Go beyond just visualizing it. How would that feel if you felt fulfilled, if you felt loved, if you knew you were appreciated? How might that feel? How can you connect to that energy? How can you make that a reality? How can you shift and take one small step in that direction today? Right. Let's see what else we have. Let's get Crystal Wisdom card. Virgo, invite positivity and joy. Let your spirit shine with light. Oh my goodness. This is so what we've been talking about. It is. It is all about you letting your light shine. All right, let's see. Are there any money blocks? Let's get some cards about money. We'll also tap into relationships. Little bit of money here. Any sort of blocks, not just about money, but abundance in general. Okay, we have fear of success and necessary lessons. So you could be being tested. So this is about embracing challenges. So in order to grow and evolve, we literally, I said the word grow and evolve, grow, okay? You must unveil important lessons. So only through experiences can you achieve higher states of consciousness and understanding, including learning through obstacles and challenges. Trust it will all make sense in the end. And then you have fear of success. I touched upon this in the reading too, about, maybe you have a fear of like socializing, but you really want to help people and that's your purpose and that's what really fills you up. But that means you have to go outside of your comfort zone. You're gonna have to be around people maybe to do that, possibly, okay? If that's what you feel you're connected to. So anyway, concerned that achieving success will come at the cost of something else valued. So this is fueling your success. Be patient with yourself as you unravel the fear and work through the uncomfortable phase of pushing yourself towards your goals and reconstruct it with a more positive expectation. Don't focus on the scaries. Focus on the, who it's going to help, what it's going to do, the benefits of this, right? All right. Okay. So let's also tap into a little bit of clarifying love situation. Okay, we have, oh my goodness, you are incredible. This is aligned. Okay, so again, we spoke about alignment. It's all about you getting into alignment with what allows your light to shine this week. This is not just this week, starting this week if you haven't already and beyond, or continuing that work you've been doing to be in harmony, to be balanced, to be aware, to have that divine connection, those insights, that soul expansion, that spiritual growth. I love how this is falling right on top of the Temperance card too. Look at this. Look at you go. So relationships of any kind, romantic or otherwise, they have to be in alignment. They have to really, it's like that comes first. And then if they fit into your plan, great. But it's no longer about you bending and adjusting yourself to discomfort. As I talk about, like, don't bend to the point of breaking, right? That's not good. That's not, then you are no longer living your life for you and your divine reason for being here. We're all divine, okay? So anything that dulls that, diminishes it, everything must go, right? All that's got to go. It can't, there is no like good amount of unhealthy or some, like, say it's a relationship. There's no like negotiating on certain things. If someone is in your life and they are just really always bringing you down, putting you down, you feel like you have to shrink or hide, or you can't talk, you get a tiptoe around. No amount of that is acceptable. But unfortunately, especially a lot of us who are caring, empathic, Libras particularly, we want peace and all that and harmony. We tend to get walked on. We tend to get like taken advantage of, and so let's work together to put a stop to that, because no amount of you being treated like poo-poo is acceptable, right? You're not a doormat. I say it now almost every reading. You are not a doormat. You're not there to welcome the bad behavior of others. That's not what you're about. So if something isn't aligned, we're working to release that. Thank you for the lesson. We don't have to be mad about it. Just thank you, but I must move on. Okay, let's see what else we have. That, I love that. Okay, let's see what else we have. Aligned and marriage. So wedding bells are ringing for some of you. So some sort of commitment, promise, taking something to the next level. It could be a commitment to monogamy. It could be an engagement, a partnership, but there's some sort of merging of energies here, maybe even pooling resources. And this could be any type of relationship. It doesn't have to be an actual like, whatever the song is, Da, 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 da. I was doing the after song. Anyway, da, 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 you know me with my songs. Da, 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 da. But it doesn't have to be actual wedding. And oh, secrets. Keeping something secret. So this is something private. So you're not revealing all the information. Something is unseen, sneaky, or disguised. That's on its way to being exposed. I feel like we've been saying that for a while, but that that can actually connect to someone who is like that whole. Oh, I'm getting this. You see a snake from a mile away. I just heard. So some of you, there's this energy. There's this if they look like that, they probably are like that. Let's just leave it that way. There's some of you, you'll know what that is. Like if you're getting an energy that this person's a snake or I'm getting another word, they probably are. So I'm getting like almost like anyway, anyway, I should just leave that where it is. I have to keep things YouTube friendly. But anyway, yeah, we've been on our way here seeing some sort of person who's like arrogant or in a position of power, control, authority, kind of getting their way. And and then I just heard like, but when they fall hard, like all the way down the steps, kind of thing. And so like tumbling. Oh my goodness. So, and of course, I never wish harm on anyone. It's just that there's something here. It's like all metaphorical. It's sort of like, wow, somebody takes a tumble, unless maybe somebody literally falls. Like your boss falls and trips and falls, and it's like, wow, they haven't been. Maybe there's like kind of a little bit of like karma stuff. All right, okay, let's see. That energy makes me uncomfortable. Actually, I just don't really. I don't like that sort of like, oh, they'll get theirs, but I am kind of seeing a little bit of like, you shouldn't have laughed at me when I was at my lowest, because now you're going to be at your lowest. And I'm not the kind who's going to like laugh at you, but just know that you being you attracted that. So now you have to live your lesson. That's what it feels like to me, like this just energy. And we may not see it. You may not see that person sort of getting theirs, their karma or whatever, but it's like on the way, or it's like coming in. So they're not going to be warned either. There's no like indication. So I am getting that. That's that story there. I'm going to leave that there. Okay. We have go with the flow here, card 30, relaxation. So some of you maybe are relaxing by water or with the trees. Wow. Ooh, yikes. So I get like uncomfortable with some of the energies that come in, because I'm like, I don't really want to go there. This is such a lovely reading. And then it's like, yeah, but here comes the the thunder clouds or whatever. I don't know. Now I'm having a hard time even talking. What is this? Oh, okay. 333. This isn't even in the right deck. So you have 333, a sign of protection. Your angels guide you on the right path. There is something here about be careful about tripping and falling. I am getting something about that. But I'm seeing somebody else that like that happens to them. My goodness. Okay. I shouldn't have laughed at you. Okay. All right. And then life is full of ups and downs. So this is, oh my, you cannot make this up. It says find your footing. Again, watch your, like, you don't want to be tripping and falling. So yeah, find your footing. I can't even sometimes. This is amazing. Okay. So life is full of ups and downs, twists, turns, and bumps in the road. You got this. Keep moving forward. Again, know that you are protected. My goodness. I can't even sometimes. I'm like, oh. It's just so incredible. Okay, so the impossible will become possible. The planets are aligning. That's just it. It's all about your alignment. And expand the mind, learn a new skill. Knowledge will open doors to a new direction. Wow. And let's get you an animal card of the week. You have your number, you have your love, your crystal, your all this, all that. Let's get an animal card for you. Thank you so much for being here. If you find you enjoyed this reading, please do like, subscribe, leave a comment. Thank you all for your support. I appreciate you. All right. What do we have? All the decks I use are in the description box. Okay. Oh, elephant, direction. Card 7. Okay. Another thing about feet. So either you're grounding and earthing, or there is, again, something about watching your footing, watch where you're going kind of thing. So place the feet firm on the ground and connect with the earth element. New clarity manifests as you get out of your head and into your body. elephant. One more. Scarab. Oh my gosh, this keeps coming in. Okay, card 50, Scarab, Chaos Magic, Soul Star Chakra. What appears to be falling apart is actually falling into place. Remember that. Whatever's going on in the world, this is part of it's as I was channeled for my July messages. The phrase that I was given were look for signs of cosmic harmony, look for signs of peace. This is all by design. Okay, so they were giving me words, phrases like that. So what appears to be falling apart is actually falling into place. New life emerges from seeming chaos. Trust in divine order and timing. This whole reading, I feel, is about trusting in divine order and timing. Because we were talking about getting organized. There's something here about you. Yes, getting into alignment. Yeah. The alignment and the timing is at play this week. Yeah, alignment and timing is really important this week. Yeah. All right. So that is what I have for you. Again, thanks so much for being here, and I'll see you in the next one.